Are you guys ready for the most advanced Zone Wars map to date? This is a map designed for competitive players that has a revolutionary spawn system with turtled starts where you actually control all the edits on all the walls before the game starts. A map that also comes with instant randomized loadouts, where your items are given to you in the same order every time. A map with spawns that are not all on the same level, but instead spread out among 5 different floors, each of which have items teleported right into your inventory. Well, I'm proud to present to you Enigma's Evade Zone Wars, a map that I designed to be the official endgame simulator for Team Evade. Before getting into the video, if you're looking for the best place to play Zone Wars with people in your region, join my Discord server today. I started it only 2 weeks ago and we're already at around 12,000 members with no sign of stopping. The link is on the screen as well as the video description below. Also, if you want to keep updated with my new maps and updated map codes, follow me on Twitter at EnigmaFNBR. Now back to the map. In addition to having the most advanced mechanics, this Zone Wars map also realistically simulates endgame circles as closely as you possibly can in Fortnite creative mode. And here's why. In order to make this map as realistic as possible, I built a revolutionary spawn system for it. There's many parts to it, so let me break it down. Part 1 is the turtled starts, where each player controls all of their own edits before the game starts. After being forced to respawn, each player gets spawned on top of a pyramid platform surrounded by barriers on all sides. The spawn pads are spread out throughout the starting zone on 5 different floors of elevation. This spacing is much more realistic than everybody starting on the same wall and racing to do 90s for height. Before each game starts, each player should build a box around them in order to protect themselves when the barriers drop. This is a turtled start where you control all the edits and all the surfaces around you. This is much more realistic than spawning in a brick 1x1 and having to pickaxe a wall out in order to play. Controlling all of the walls around you before the game starts also allows you to play as slow or as fast as you want. Not everybody will be doing 90s to the sky, and the spacing of the game will be a lot more even. Better spacing means that more players will make it farther each round, rather than half of them being eliminated off spawn. Part 2 of the spawn system is the instant randomized loadouts that are in the same order every time on all 5 floors. After each player has boxed themselves up in their own turtle, all they have to do is wait at the tip of the black cone for their weapons to be teleported into their inventory. It's very important not to move around, because if you move too far from the tip of the pyramid, you won't be given any weapons. So be sure to tell everyone in your game not to move until they have their weapons. If you don't move, you get your weapons 100% of the time. So if anyone in your game is having trouble, just tell them not to move. The cool parts about the weapons teleporting to you are that they're in the same order every single time, as well as the fact that they're able to teleport properly to 5 different floors. Because they're in the same order, if you need to move your items around a little bit before each game starts, it's the exact same way every time. No more shuffling through your inventory, trying to figure out where to put everything. You also get 6 randomized items teleported to you. An AR, a shotgun, SMG, random utility, random heal, and a random trap. Love it or hate it, randomness and RNG is a huge factor in Fortnite, and will be for the foreseeable future. If you actually want to practice for endgame in the most realistic way possible, you'll want to use randomized items. Just because you don't always get a blue AR, a blue shotgun, and a blue SMG in every arena endgame you play. The item pool I use for the random items is completely competitive, meaning there's no terrible items like the tactical shotgun, burst SMG, grenades, or the drum shotgun. Everything you could possibly get in this map could be very useful to someone in a packed endgame lobby. This map also features my new floating spawns. These floating spawns open a lot more room to build in the circle. I noticed that a lot of maps made it hard for the people who spawned in the back to build in the zone because of all of the stuff in their way. With these floating spawns, each player's spawn now takes up minimal space, meaning there's a lot more room to build from behind. This makes it more fair and also allows more players to make it farther into the game, and a more accurate simulator for endgame. This map also has the real storm in the back, which ticks for 10 damage a second, as well as side ticking zones that tick for 10 damage as well. The front zone is a layered damage zone that does 0, 10, 20, 50, and 200 damage. The terrain on this map is really cool as well, with some great uphills and some steep downhills that make for some really exciting and realistic gameplay. Another part of the map that makes it more realistic is that I put some pre-built structures throughout it as well. These structures are not able to be edited by anyone, and they make it feel a lot more like endgame, because in an endgame circle, you're almost always going through old builds. As usual, Siphon is enabled, just like in all arena game modes. You get health and materials every elimination. Forced respawn is also enabled to prevent a variety of possible bugs. There are farmable mats spread out throughout the map as well that you can farm if you really need to. Finally, instead of the end circle closing all the way extremely fast, I've made it so it freezes at a small size for about 10 seconds before a 10 damage per second tick starts hitting inside of it. This allows you to fight briefly in a small circle without having to deal with some unavoidable tick damage. This map is as realistic as it gets. And if you have any suggestions to improve it even further, please leave a comment below and I will get to it. If you find any bugs, please do the same and I will fix them as soon as possible. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel to stay updated to any of my future map releases and updates. I have so much planned that you're not going to want to miss out on. If you enjoyed the video or have fun playing my maps, consider using code Enigma 00001 in the item shop to help support me, but only if you think I truly deserve it or if you truly have fun playing my maps. Thank you for watching the video and see you soon with some brand new maps. Peace.